I'm breaking in.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports.
As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory.
It's the Broncos going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. Play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there right off the bat. 61 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Taking it about the 16. He juked him. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And coming out now, the Broncos. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
Here's Goff now on second down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards.
coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Goal. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 1. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Goff going to keep it himself. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So, Charles, that's Exhibit A for the danger of running a toss play this close to your own end zone.
And how well was that defended? Someone was able to come up and set the edge. You can't go around him, and this time he was left with just nowhere to go.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he will find his man on the outside. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here's Goff. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 36 yards.
It's bad enough watching all the highlight reels, watching guys in warm-ups, going up and making these incredible one-handed acrobatic catches. But when it happens right in front of you, when you're defending him, that just makes your day that much longer, and you just wonder, how are we ever going to cover these guys?
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
To throw is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty call. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got room. That goes for a gain of 31.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
it. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. Mariota to throw it this time. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Mariota. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Shift together here from the D-line. To the air again. Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Mariota again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Cobb. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Goff on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On 1st down, Goff. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. One receiver left, three to the right. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down is gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3, 19.
Throwing on third. Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Back to throw. Goff. And he comes back with one complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They go play action here on first down. Ebron caught left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And quickly, they get to the line.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line and give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And they're going to go for it here on the fourth down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Goff now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be a...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone, costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Here comes the D swarming to the line, and the offense moving quickly to the line. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback. Pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with an acrobatic catch. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Mariota again, rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. They'll come out in the pistol. A first down throw for Mariota. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. That is caught inside the 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the 1st here on 2nd down. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got time. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gap are going to be, and depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. This is Cobb with a catch right side. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. It goes as a pickup of 23, and the Dolphins are going to get a 1st down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Throwing here, Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Looking for someone to throw to. Now he steps away. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Mariota on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once who were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They run the counter now on 1st down. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Mariota here to throw. That's caught at the 3. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.